When you think of amusement parks in Western New York, you typically think of modern ones like Six Flags Darien Lakes or Gene Staples' new Niagara Amusement Park. But there was once another amusement park that had the rides and attractions to compete with some of the best in the country and the world. But their roller coasters seemed to be doomed. This is the ill-fated history of Celeron Park. In 1891, the property that was called Prendergast Point would be sold to some businessmen who at the time were known as Lindsay and Lindsay. They renamed the area to Celeron after the French explorer de Celeron and formed the Celeron Land Company. In 1893, they combined with the Jamestown Street Railway Company to form the Celeron Amusement Company. In 1894, the park would open under the name the People's Park at Celeron. The park was incredible at its opening. Its many attractions, amusement rides, and athletic events on the baseball grounds brought many people to the park. The facilities and attractions were very popular, and so was the park. The park was very successful in its early years, which would lead to the eventual building of its first roller coaster. In 1897, the park would construct what at the time seemed like just another amazing amusement ride, but would change the history of the amusement world forever. This is the Gravity Railway. It was a circular gravity railway model, which was one of the first roller coasters to ever make its way over to America from Europe. It was truly revolutionary for its time, as you can see from the plans that I've put up on the screen. It was a very fun ride and very well received by the general public who attended the park. The ride added to the collection and was very well received. However, only 3 years later, in the year 1900, the ride would be destroyed by a fire. This is the first of many terrible incidents that would spell doom for the roller coasters of this park. Now, we're going to talk about a roller coaster that actually wasn't involved in any major incident or destruction. This is Figure 8. It was built in either 1903 or 1904, sources can go either way, and lasted until 1933 when it was removed to make way for further addition. This was a generic Figure 8 side friction roller coaster, and it was very interesting to the general public. It was a fun ride that drew in crowds and served as the park's only roller coaster for a long time. Around the time that Figure 8 was built, Celoron Park would construct another roller coaster. This was the Loop-the-Loop. I've included a picture of the Loop-the-Loop from Coney Island. This isn't an actual picture of the one that was at Celeron Park. I can't find any pictures of the one that was at Celeron Park, but it's believed to be the same ride model as this one up on your screen. This was a basic original steel looping coaster and was one of the first steel coasters to go upside down. It was a popular ride, but it didn't last very long. Just 10 days after the ride's opening date, 2 people would fall out of the ride. One of them died and the other was seriously injured. This, of course, spelled doom for the ride, and it was fully removed. Due to this failure, the park would not build any new roller coasters for over 20 years. However, in 1924, they would. This is the Greyhound. It was a John A. Miller / PTC creation that would last from 1924 to 1959. It sat on the coast of Chautauqua Lake and was a very popular roller coaster. On 1945, maintenance was done on the roller coaster that is believed to have maybe even been some reprofiling done by Vernon Keenan, famous designer of the Coney Island Cyclone. The Greyhound was very popular during its lifetime, but unfortunately, like Gravity Railway and Loop the Loop, it was a victim of disaster. On May 12, 1959, at about 7:30 in the evening, some riders had just finished a run when a tornado destroyed the structure of the Greyhound. This was symbolic of the park's demise, as just 3 years later, in 1962, the park would be closed. This was mainly due to the fact that the park had thrived off of a railway line that went from the metropolitan Jamestown to the Celeron area and park. However, with the growing popularity of the automobile, people stopped using that railway line, which led to less and less people visiting the park every year and the eventual closing of the park for financial reasons. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content just like this, and a comment about what you learned from this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. ZZ Coasters, signing off.